I never really thought about dying. The feeling just appeared. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. They came with the nightmares. The horrible, bloody visions. The raven brought them. That evil bird. I'm Barry. I'm just a janitor in an apartment building I live in. It pays rent and the bills, so I don't complain. I had a lot of friends in that building. Simple, happy friends. Sorry. Remembering that bird makes me reminiscent of my old life. I still remember Justine, the girl who lived across the hall from me. She was cute, very pretty, and very kind. Just talking to her made me smile. I want to tell you my story. I want to tell you what happened. It began a long time ago. So long I can't even remember. I woke up at about 5 a.m., ready to work. I got dressed and went out into the hallway. Since I just work inside for only a few hours, I just dress in street clothes. Besides, everyone in the buildings knows what I do. I got up, made my pot of coffee, showered, dressed, and went out to the balcony to smoke. I held my steamy mug in one hand and a cigarette in the other. It was the dead of winter, and the sun wasn't even up yet. As I drank and smoked, a large black bird alighted on my balcony railing. I jumped back. It was a very big bird. I don't like birds. What do you want? I said to him. It twitched its head and looked at me. It was eerie how it looked at me. Like his empty, soulless, black eyes. I felt anger, rage, hate, and sadness wash over me. I glared at the bird and went back inside. He simply stared. I decided I spent enough time dawdling. If I wanted to be able to get my shopping done, I should get to work now. I walked out to the elevator. My janitorial equipment is down on the ground floor. As I walked out into the hallway and closed my door, I turned around and Justine was standing there, smiling. She was dressed for her office job in a khaki skirt and a button-up shirt. Her perfume was simply enchanting. Want to take the lift down? She asked. Oh, sure, yeah. We walked to the elevator side by side. We rode down in silence. She kept smiling at the ground and blushing. When I got to the bottom, I told her goodbye and went to my closet. Wait! She yelled. I turned to face her. Do you maybe want to get some coffee together sometime? There was a lot of hesitation in her voice. Yeah, definitely. I'm busy now, but maybe later tonight, I told her. She smiled brightly. I had gone over this conversation several times in my head. Oh yes, of course. I'll come to your flat later tonight then, she asked. I told her when I'd be free and we exchanged phone numbers. After she left, I felt like cheering. I got all of my work done without incident. My hopes of tonight fueled me to get it all done quickly. I went back to my apartment to get my car keys, cell phone, cigarettes, and a lighter. I needed to do some grocery shopping. But since I was going on a date, I thought I should get some cologne, maybe a new button-up shirt. I wanted to look and smell nice. I got to the front door. When I opened it and walked outside, I saw a familiar guest. The raven was on the front steps railing. I swear I felt my heart skip a beat. There was just something about that bird that was unsettling. As I walked past it, something flashed in my vision. The world around me looked different. The concrete sidewalk was stained and the sky was dark. The buildings around me looked abandoned, and the snow was gone. There was no grass, There were no trees, and the people around me stood still mid-stride. I walked up to one. His skin looked leathery and black. His eyes glowed a deep red, but his mouth was sewn shut. And what was once a full head of hair was now bald. Everyone looked as he did. I reached up. I wanted to touch him, to see what he felt like. I don't know why, but I wanted to. As soon as my fingers touched his forehead, he collapsed like ash from a cigarette. I stepped back, horrified and shaking. What happened? Did he die? Was he already dead? A loud noise filled my head like nails on a chalkboard, but it was only amplified. I put my hands to my head. It hurt. It felt like something sharp and heavy was pressing down on it like the edge of an axe. "Hey, buddy, are you alright?" I looked up, and the man who fell apart stood in front of me. I was hunched over, clasping my skull, but the pain had left, almost as if it was never there. The man looked at me worried. The same with a few pedestrians. They all looked at me. They all looked similar to the other Ash people. I'm okay, I stuttered. Shivering, I pulled my coat around me and walked on. I turned around to look at the man who pulled me from that world. He walked forward as well, but I only made it 3 feet away from me when an AC unit fell and split open his head. Warm blood and gray matter splattered all over me. I froze. Then there was screaming all around. I looked up and tried to find whose AC it was. But only a second later, I woke up in a hospital. I was in a bed, an IV in my arm, and the soft beeping of medical machinery filled the air around me. It was dim in the room, and the only sunlight shining through the curtains lit the room. The wind began blowing very hard, as I could hear from the inside. The window suddenly shattered inward, and the wind blew the curtain out of the way. And standing there, in the windowsill, pitch black feathers. It was the Raven. Call me crazy, but I swear I could see the little prick smiling as if to tell me, "Your life as you know it is going to hell, and there's nothing you can do to stop it."